Welcome to O Brothers RC. In this video, we're going to go ahead and take a look at this 1/18 scale Austar crawler. Super excited about this crawler. I got it on Banggood for 80 bucks. That's insane, $80. And it's sort of a TRX4 clones, but there's a lot of differences. And actually, there's a lot of differences that make it a lot better than the TRX4-m. So let's get it out of the box and we'll take it outside to my crawler course. If you've seen that crawler course, it's awesome. And if you haven't seen it, you're in for a real treat. It's a great looking little truck. They really did a really nice job with the body. The wheels and tires look scale. It's a very nice little truck. In the box, you got an instruction manual that's in Chinese, so it's really not going to do you any good. You got a charger and a sticker sheet, and the sticker sheet's actually really cool. It's got a ton of great stickers on it. Also in this bag is a parts list. It's not in Chinese, so it might do you some good. You get the truck and a controller. I've already outfitted my controller with my patented Romex copper wire thumb steer. I don't love the controller, but it does have all the functions you will need, including a third channel for the lights, and there are a lot of different light options. We'll go through those a little bit later. This thing's super killer. It's got a great body. It's got super swampers on it. And I think that Injora and Austar are kind of the same company. I'm not quite sure about that. They make a lot of the same stuff as far as tires and wheels are concerned and other parts for the SCX24 and TRX4Ms. I'm going to format this video a little bit different today, and I'm going to go ahead and take this truck out to the course and kind of do a rolling review. While I'm driving it through the course, we're going to go ahead and talk about its features and we'll see its capability in action. After we're done on the course, we'll come back into the garage and we'll take a little deeper look inside this thing. So let's get it outside and see what it can do. We're pulling in the parking lot here of the O Brothers Badlands RC Park. Looks like we got some other people out here today. The TRX4M's ready to hit the trail. Get this guy lined up and see what it can do. Here's a look at the course we'll be using today to test this truck out. And as you can see, there's a ton of obstacles. It's a very large course and took a long time to build. A lot of effort goes into this, so if you could just take a little effort and hit that like and subscribe button, I would really appreciate it. All right, we got her lined up, so let's go ahead and get to it. Man, I was super excited to get this thing. Took a couple weeks to order it and get it from Banggood, shipped out from China. But it was only 80 bucks, and I'm like, man, how can I not buy it? Coming into the start of the course here, pretty tight. So the first thing the course does is it drops down here to the bottom. And then we're going to zigzag back and forth about 6 times till we hit the end. And on the 6th time, we're going to hit that super cool zip line right there. The second thing I noticed about this truck is a little bit of gear noise. It has 0 whine to the ESC. I don't hear any noise coming from the ESC. I love that. And the slow crawl on the ESC is amazing. But I don't know if you can hear it or not. It does have some gear noise. And it's got those pesky blinkers. Man, I wish companies would stop using those. Really don't like blinkers on my RC cars. Maybe if it was like a street car, but any of the crawlers, it's like they're just annoying. I end up unhooking them, so we'll be getting rid of those. Right off, the slow crawl is absolutely amazing, like freaking perfect. As you can see, I can just really control the truck well right out of the box. Look at that. Pretty freaking awesome. This course is no joke. As you can see, there's a lot of big rocks, big obstacles. So it'll be a good test for this truck. Now remember, this truck was 80 bucks shipped from China. So no shipping fee and just 80 bucks. I mean, I cannot believe that. I'm absolutely digging the way it drives. It feels really good. It's got a great slow crawl, like I said. The tires are Injora Super Swampers. These are different than the Super Swampers I bought from Injora on Amazon a long time ago. These ones definitely have a better compound. Another thing I noticed though is that it's got a different spare on the back. It's got a rock creeper spare on the back, which is dumb. Oh, and another quick notice is that it's got a ball hitch that's hanging up on a rock right now. There we go. I do like that it has that ball hitch. That's awesome because I got some trailers and it'd be nice to put one on here eventually. You know, use it like that, and I can always remove the ball hitch when I want a little bit more capability. Yeah, the controllability of this truck is great. The turning radius is not great, and the servo is a little bit slow. Let's see if I can climb this. Doesn't look very steep on camera, but it's steeper than it looks. Come on, little buddy. There it goes. Nice. Now coming into the turnaround here, roundabout, it's got a terrible turning radius. But I know that's fixable because I took a look at it earlier, and there's something that there's like two little stoppers, and I'll show you how to fix them. I'm just going to run it like this for now because I want to see how it does out of the box. Once I get done with this video, I'll go ahead and clip those stoppers off. I believe that will take care of the problem. I'm not sure why they put those servo limiters on there. Don't forget to subscribe. Really appreciate it. And thank you to all my subscribers. Set the teeter-totter here. Definitely got tons of controllability. No problem there. Okay, we're coming into the more difficult part of the course here, and we'll get a good look at just how capable this thing is out of the box. This is a difficult little spot here. Let's see if it can handle it. Uh-oh. That's interesting. My stock trx4-m can get through there, without too much trouble, so let's try it again. Wow, it's really having a lot of trouble here. Oop, there it goes. Okay, got through there. Definitely a little more trouble than I have with my trx4-m stock. I've also noticed that the servo is pretty weak. That's okay on the trx4-m. The servos have all blown out within a week or two of getting the truck, so I'm not going to fault this thing for having a weak servo. Wow, that was a good side hill right there. A lot of trucks go over right there. Didn't seem to have a problem at all. All right, we're going to hit the roundabout right here again. Definitely having a bit of trouble turning around because of the weak servo and also the limited throw. I'll show you how to fix that when we get back inside. The next thing I'm noticing about this truck is that it's wider than the TRX4-m. The wheelbase is wider, almost like it, has wideners on it. I'm thinking maybe it does. I'll take it apart and take a better look when we get back inside. It's really doing great for a stock truck though, just absolutely doing great. So we can get up and over these logs. That hitch is dragging, not really a problem. And right up and over those logs, no problem. This is a difficult spot here. I've noticed that the shocks are a bit bouncy. They don't have oil in them, and I'm not sure if they can hold oil, but we'll check that out when we get back inside as well. Got up and over that, no problem that time. Man, she's doing great. Got a lot of pep to her step as well. Don't forget to subscribe. Oh, you thought Sasquatches were bad. Werewolves are way worse. This is a great spot here on the cliff side. Right here, you got to back it up and then hit this obstacle. Catch your differential right here. If you don't hit this just right, got right past it, no problem. Man, this thing's crawling really, really well. Pesky bumper. The servo is definitely weak. It can't really push itself at all. So as long as the truck's moving, it does okay. Oh, catching on the mirror there. As long as the truck's moving, it does all right. But yeah, if it's sitting still, it just cannot turn the truck. You can fold the mirrors in, which is pretty cool. And the body is amazing. Yeah, it's a great body. Lots of detail. Looks really good. As you can see, it's got door handles, mirrors, like blinkers. Oh, blinkers. Yeah. It's definitely wider than my stock TRX4Ms, which is interesting. Quite a bit wider. Case in point right here, I definitely have some room with my TRX4Ms to get through here, and I'm stuck right here, so it's a lot wider. Come on. All right, on to the poop chute here. And I call it the poop chute because it squeezes you out this side. So it's really not having a lot of trouble with these obstacles. Stock tires and everything. It's working really well. That's very nice. I noticed it does have high clearance links on it. They're plastic, but they are high clearance links. So that's pretty freaking cool. This is a really tough obstacle here. There it goes, right up it, no problem. Wow, pretty impressive. Come down the other side here and see how it does on the downhill. Nice. Wow, really nice. Got another roundabout here. This is one of the only things I'm having trouble with is, these sharp turns. I think we can fix that though by taking those servo limiters off. No problem on hopping the rock there. It's got lots of top end speed, like killer slow crawl and lots of top end speed. Like really awesome. Like really awesome that way. Better than the TRX4-m for sure. All right, this is a tough climb here because once you get that wet sand on the tires, they get real slippery. Oop, had to really gas it there. Not getting a lot of traction. There we go. Another tough descent here. Oop, easy. Man, it descends really well. All right, we're gonna bypass the bridge here because it's gotten so loose. I need to tighten it up a little bit. This is a real chunky area with lots of real chunky rocks that are good for hanging up your differential. Definitely catching the differential on a lot of stuff here. Use that wheel speed to jump through it though. Man, she's a champ, really. Just a champ. $80. Come on. Seriously. Okay, we got to get up to the top here so we can get on the tightrope bridge. This is where that turning radius is really killing me, but also I better mention that you don't have an immediate reverse when you push reverse. You know, it's a brake, and then you got to hit the controller again for reverse. So a lot of guys freak out about that. It doesn't bother me all that much. It's just one extra quick motion, so I don't really care. Rather, I do care, but it's you know, it's not a deal breaker for me. And like I said, for 80 bucks, I mean, you can easily put new electronics in this thing. Easy, easy on the tightrope. Trucks come right off of this real quick. Don't want to scratch up that new body. The wider wheelbase is definitely helping me out here. It's easy to keep that tire on the cable, so that's pretty cool. As you can see, the tightrope bridge is a pretty long deal. I made it that way because I wanted you to have to really work to get to the zip line, which is the funnest part of the course, even though it takes very little skill. Okay, we're coming up to the zip line. It was a very difficult obstacle to build, and I think it's the first one I've ever seen on a mini crawler course, and I've never actually seen one on any course that's self-actuated like this one, meaning you don't have to pull a rope or a lever or put your car in there. You can drive it right on, and she takes right off. There's something that's just super fun about that. All right, let's see if she can get down here. This is a real steep off ramp, and with this poor turning radius, it's going to be really hard. Ooh, got a real good drag brake on it. Oh, there it goes. Man, this thing descends like a champ. Yeah, the descension on this thing is freaking awesome. All right, we're coming out of the finish line here. This thing did absolutely fantastic on this course. For a stock truck, man, I love it. I think this thing's worth every penny of $80. Let's go talk about how we can make it better. Man, this thing did great out there. Super stoked on this truck so far. Here's the sticker sheet, and as you can see, it's got some killer stickers, a ton of little killer stickers. So, you know, you'll be able to put these on all your other rides. Pretty awesome. First thing I want to go over on this truck is the body mounts. They're very similar to the Traxxas body mounts in that they clip on each side. So there's no body posts, and that's awesome. However, these ones are a little bit harder to work with. Taking it off is not a big deal, but trying to put it back on definitely is harder than the trx4-m. The plastic is not as good of a plastic. It's a little more rigid, so you know, if it gets really cold, these might actually break, but I'm not terribly worried about that. It's still a great way to mount the body, and they do function. They're just a little harder to work with. Second thing I wanted to go over was the light function. This button here controls the lights. You can hit it, you know, once, twice, you know, change those front lights. Those are pretty cool. And then if you hold it down, the headlights come on. It doesn't have tail lights, just blinkers, which is super dumb. Next thing I want to show you is the 7.4 volt 600 mAh LiPo that we got here. It's a pretty decent little battery and shouldn't have any trouble with it. It definitely lasts a long time. I still haven't had to recharge it. Then we got this 370 70 turn brushed motor. This thing is killer. Of course, we have the servo here, which is kind of a POS, and let me show you how to at least fix the turning radius. I can't fix the power of it without replacing it, but I can definitely fix the turning radius. In the servo mount here, you have these limiters. I should be able to just clip these off with my body scissors here. Man, this plastic's tougher than I thought. Okay, that definitely fixed the turning radius. I'm not sure what they were thinking with that. Maybe because there's no dual rate for the steering on the controller, they figured they'd kind of do it manually, but I'd much rather have the turning radius. Let's see if the axles bind up at all. Nope. Very nice. Worked great. As you can see, it has high clearance links. They're plastic, but they are high clearance and they work really well. Next thing I want to go over is the wheelbase. It's definitely wider than the trx4-m stock. On this guy, we're looking at about 120 millimeters. On the stock trx4-m, we're looking at about 110, maybe less, 108 millimeters. Even this modified, widened out trx4-m is only 114, 115 millimeters. So this thing is substantially wider. And I thought that it might just have wheel wideners on it, which it does. But I can tell you that the axles are actually wider. We're looking at about 70 millimeters there. And on the trx4-m, from those same 2 points, we're looking at about 63 millimeters. That's a huge difference. This thing also has full ball bearings installed already. That's killer. trx4-m doesn't have that. I was going to go over whether the shocks are oil filled or not, but they're pretty smooth. They're just a little bouncy. And I'm going to go ahead and save that for the upgrade video I'm going to do on this thing. In the upgrade video, we're going to check and see if this thing can accept the trx4-m parts, you know, like the diff covers and all these other parts. So if you want to check that out, make sure you hit that notification bell. All right, so hopefully you have all the information that you need to decide whether or not you want to buy one of these. Give it 2 thumbs up, and I'm way happy with the $80 I spent on it. So you should feel confident if you want to spend your hard-earned money on it. It's half the price of a trx4-m, and it's well worth it. Please hit the like and subscribe button if you enjoyed this content and you want to see more reviews and more cool builds. And remember, when you think RC, think Old Brothers RC.